heart is racing. My heart is literally racing. This car is insane. It is scary. It's so forgiving too. Oh my god. I'm having a stroke. Hey everyone, it's Dave with POV Drives, and today, well, we really do have a special one for you. It's been a while. If those aren't familiar, my name's Dave and I drive cars, and I enjoy driving cars. This is a Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing with a 6-speed manual, 668 horsepower, supercharged 6.2 liter American V8. We're not going to do too much talking, too much reviewing. I love this car. The only thing about it that I don't love is not really a dislike. It's just, it's expensive and there's a lot of power going to those rear wheels. Let's do a quick little walk around, give my 2 cents on this car, and we'll go from there. We'll do a little drive. First off, this door handle has a couple of issues with it, so I'm leaving it partially open. Last year I drove a CT4-V Blackwing, so this is just the evolution of that car. It's crazy, it's fast, and it's American. 2 comforters back here that are coming back from dry cleaning for my family who we were visiting. Oh, listen to that V8 purr in the background. Back seats. Probably the only one of the biggest reasons I would get this over a 4V Blackwing. Sitting behind myself, 5'10". With the camera I had, surprisingly not a ton of headroom. I can just get back to the headrest if I sit slouched, but plenty of comfort back here. We got the carbon, we got these bucket seats, the sport performance seats with the suede back liner, the V logo embossed into that. Yeah, plenty of room. I'd say about a little over 6 inches of leg room, but could be comfortable back here, no problem for a long drive. Vents, but no heated seats or independent climate control. USB-C. A good amount of consistency between the front and the back seat in terms of materials. Got some carbon fiber, some suede. Yes, scratchy plastics down there, but nice leather, like the quilted diamond patterns. Red seat belts on the 4 seats. Unfortunately, none in the middle. That's okay. Cup holders. Let's see if we can fold down those rear seats. Won't spend too much time talking about this. 60/40 split, folds pretty flat. Oh, just love the look at this. You have big 315 wide tires in the rear, red brake calipers to match your V special key. This car is 40,000 miles, so everything's a little beaten up for being a Turo car, but it's so nice. It's so well taken care of, in my opinion. Let's pop the trunk quickly. There's that electronic door handle, which is probably a ridiculous thing that this car does. It's a little button. Don't like that it doesn't open super well. But we won't spend too much more time talking about this car on the exterior. Nicole pointed out, the thing I love about this car is it's sleeper. You don't know unless you know. The Blackwing and the V badge definitely points that out to you. Let's check out that 6.2 liter V8. Hold on. Made by Anthony Terry. Thank you, Anthony. You made a beauty. There's that supercharger, that belt driven, I think. I don't know, who cares? All right, let's take it on the road. Let's not talk too much more about it. Give it a little interior, high level. Front bucket seats that are heating, massage, all along with the and ventilated all along with your physical climate control buttons. Nice and intuitive. Wireless charger. Small center console storage. 2 cup holders right out of the way of your nice notchy 6-speed manual. Hang on. Won't let me go into 6. Ah, that's why. I was too far over. Reverse. 360 camera, backup camera, parking sensors. Pretty good quality. No problem there. We also have a 360 camera button. I didn't know that, actually. That's good to know. Digital gauge cluster. Lots of customization on this right screen. And also you can customize these tiles. Got some oil temperature, your limited slip differential, lockup, your tires temperatures, and your boost pressure. This is set to the sport gauge cluster. If you go all the way over, you can go and change it to based on your drive mode. But here's Tour, which is your soft mode. I'll talk about the drive mode shortly. Nice subdued gauge, and then track has a progressive across the board tachometer. Sport. Got seatbelts, love it. I like sticking with sport, just overall. I like seeing the tach. And then I play around with the fuel economy gauge, averaging 15 mpg in the last 15 miles. I think this gets 13 mpg city, 21 highway. If you're flooring it, you're gonna chug it, but who cares? 6.2 liter V8. Last but not least, tacked on infotainment, wireless Apple CarPlay. Not connecting as quickly as I'd like. I think you could do it wireless. Who cares? I'm gonna make no excuses, or I'm gonna make a lot of excuses for this car because I do like it. These seats are super comfortable, they're super attractive. Sunroof, moonroof, whatever we're calling it. Digital camera, heads-up display, keeping that on. And other than that, drive modes, my mode, snow, ice, track, sport, tour. I've been leaving it in sport or tour and then playing around with V, which puts everything into full craziness. But let's go back to tour. And last but not least, we'll turn on a rev match button with the physical button. Physical button. Parking brake. Release that. Head-up display controls. Lots of physical controls. All good there. Actually, we don't need to reverse. Let's go forward. Let's get going. Actually, we're just gonna put it right into V mode. Right? Yeah. Not a ton of high-speed roads, so I'm gonna get into it. Yeah, lots of power going on those rear wheels. Like I said, 662 horsepower. Let's stop here. .30-mile-per-hour speed limit. Let's not go too crazy. Talk about how this is to drive every day, because I gotta be honest, that's probably maybe the most amount of power and speed I've hit in this car, and I could care less. Everything about this car is centered around 2 major things: driving enjoyment and just daily livability. Super soft, comfortable suspension, MagnaRide suspension that GM's been refining, GM Cadillac. It's communicative enough, but it's so comfortable, it's so refined, but it's not floaty, boaty, boring. It makes the driver feel like they're connected, but not getting beaten up. Your rev match function, blips the throttles super well. and I enjoy doing that because this is the kind of car that I want as much help as I can so I don't go too crazy. The 6-speed manual, as somebody who is still missing that last 5% of their manual driving, I've had very little issues with this. First, second, third, fourth, easily defined, super notchy. That was reverse. Just so engaging, so satisfying. I have no complaints with that. And 40 miles an hour, all right. I've been enjoying driving this like a grandpa, enjoying just rowing the gears, giving it a little bit of power. No problem. I'm enjoying it. Good brakes, really nice bite, but good feedback from that brake pedal. I feel like there's so much more bite and give to go that if you did need to hit an emergency stop or drive on the track, yeah, you got a lot of mass behind you, but you got a lot of confidence behind you too. Back into tour mode, talk about some of the things that I'm not a big fan of. That door kind of being electronic and not working. It's been an annoyance in your car that starts around $90,000 and can get down to or get up to, you know, over $110,000. This car is expensive. I won't sugarcoat it. You're getting okay value. You get all the luxury features you would need, but you're paying for the horsepower and the engine and just the fact that this combination is not there anymore. There are 3 rear-wheel drive manual transmission sedans. That is this, the CT5-V Blackwing, and the BMW M3. And this is the only one with a V8. And the only one that's just bonkers, but everything's either electric or hybridized or automatic or 4-cylinder hybrids. So you're paying for the bragging rights, the pleasure to drive something like this every day. The materials are okay. There's a good use of leather, but it's like, it's GM Cadillac leather. But I do like that they're trying at least. But everything about this car is just not, it's the luxury kind of, you know, well, it's the consolidation prize. You're getting all the materials, but you're getting the experience to drive this car. And that's an excuse, but it is what it is, especially when you can do this. Sorry, I'm just a little too scared for this car. I also love the pops and burbles that come out the back end. They just go on and on. think I could do no lift shift. Whew. My heart is racing. My heart is literally racing. This car is insane. It is scary. Oh, it's so forgiving too. Oh my God. I'm having a stroke with this car. I don't think I did it there. Guy behind me is like, what's going on? Maybe I am lifting, I don't know. Whew. Alright, I need to look this up. I might run out of time. Oh well, it's fast, it's scary. It definitely is a little bit less scary the more you figure it out. 14-point GMPG. Whew! Doing a good job. Oh, chugging fuel. This car also has 0 fuel range. I think it started out with like 250, and we've actually driven a decent amount, and I've gotten 40 mpg. I mean, come on, tell the tell the pre-eye of the world. I'm not that bad. Just don't look at the 14.5 and the EPA rating. It's fine.